Hey guys, it's Rachel, and today I have a very special video for you, and it is about the biggest secret that I have ever had to keep in my whole life, and it was the engagement, the surprise engagement of my best friend Noelle in Paris. So I'm going to tell you guys the whole story, and if you guys aren't already subscribed, don't forget to subscribe and activate the notifications if you guys want to be notified so you don't miss any of my videos. That would be great. Cool. Okay. So quickly, I'll tell you guys a little bit about Noelle and myself, and then I'll tell you guys about the special moment and even show you the video of the engagement, the proposal. The best proposal ever, if you ask me. Just to have been a part of it is so incredible. Like, every time I think about it, I honestly want to cry. So I'm just gonna get some coffee first. Okay, so here's what happened. So Noelle and I have been friends for about 2.5 or 3 years, which seems so short when I say it because she really is such an important person in my life. We spend so much time together, we work out together, we shoot together, we go on trips together. We've been just the two of us to like 4 different countries together, so that's pretty amazing. Mexico, the United Kingdom, France, and China. And so we travel a lot together. So last year she and I went to London and Paris. Well, it wasn't last year because it was technically in January. So January of this year, the two of us went to Paris and London, and it was just a girls' trip. We wanted to take some beautiful photos for our blog. Noelle's also a full-time blogger like me. And so we went, and it was great, but a couple days into the trip, Noelle got sick, so we weren't able to do all the things that we really wanted to do. And after the trip, we both said, okay, we have to go back, especially to Paris. For me, Paris is my favorite city on earth, but just to go back and just relive, I mean, just do it all again, because we both love Paris so much. And for us, taking photos in such a beautiful place is just dream come true. So we decided to go at the end of September, so it's just happened not that long ago. So the end of September to early October, because we wanted to get the fall foliage and all the beauty of Paris before it got too cold. So we originally were gonna book our flights, but I actually got asked to be a part of a video for Maybelline France. And so I actually went 2 days before she left. And so she met me in Paris. We spent about a week and a half together. A week together. We spent a week together. Okay, my dates are, I'm still jet lagged. My dates are really fucked up. So a week together, and then Jerry, my boyfriend, would come and spend the rest of the time with me. Long story short. That wasn't short, I don't know why I said that. But that was the plan. And the day that I was leaving for Paris, I got a call from Noelle's boyfriend, Danny. And so Danny and Noelle have been together for about 4 years. They're such a cute couple. Jerry and I love hanging out with them. And they met, the story of how they met is kind of cute. She was like working as a sales girl at a store, and he came in and immediately was like flirting with her and like trying on all these clothes that he didn't even need. And they've been together pretty much ever since then, and they have a dog and a bunny together. They're just the cutest. So, but he never calls me. Like, that's like so weird. So I saw the missed call from him, and I was like, why in heavens is Danny calling me on the phone? And at first I was like, oh, maybe it's a butt dial. But then I was like, no. I knew. At that moment, I really did know. And I said to Jerry, I was like, Jerry, I think that Danny is going to propose to Noelle in Paris. And he was like, you're kind of jumping there. And I was like, no, I know it, I know it. And so that night I got on the flight to Paris, and the next morning I woke up and Danny, or maybe the next day Danny called me, and he waited so he could talk to me because Noelle is super nosy. And so she was like, he was waiting until she was gone. So he called me back and he was like, Rachel, I want to propose to Noelle in Paris. And I was like, yeah, no shit. No. I was like, I knew it. And so we talked a little bit on the phone about kind of what we wanted to do. He wanted me obviously to be there to take the photos and to help coordinate everything, and of course keep it a secret. And I was so down. But I was honestly so nervous. I was like, I cannot fuck this up. I cannot tell her. And I just like, you know, was so nervous. So she got there the next day and we had an amazing week together. The one thing that was a bit of a glitch though was that she arrived in Paris without her luggage. So her luggage did not make it to Paris, so she was really stressed out as we spent a ton of time actually just shopping for new clothes for her, which was fine, I love shopping. But I was really nervous about what she was gonna wear for the photos because I knew that like, these are the photos that she's gonna have for the rest of her life, so it has to be like the best outfit ever. And so I was like really concerned about the outfit. And I felt like we were buying like more casual clothes, like chunky sweaters and jeans, and not something that she would want in this photo. But, and her luggage never came the whole time we were there. It was still at JFK, so fortunately, when she came back to New York, she did get it. It was at JFK still. That's a whole other story. But, so I told her, I was like, so I really think, you know, we never have photos together because usually we're taking each other's photos. And I was like, I really want to set up a shoot together and the guy can take video, he can take photos, and that way, you know, we'll have some pictures and some videos together. It'll be like this like celebration of our friendship. And she was like, I mean, thank God we're bloggers. She was like, cool, sounds good. Whereas like, if I told my friends who are not bloggers, I want to have a photo shoot to celebrate our friendship, they would be like, what the fuck, Rachel? That's so weird. Maybe they'd still do it, I don't know. But, you know, she wasn't suspicious at that point. And so basically I wanted to have a videographer there. So I knew that the photos would be amazing if I was taking photos of the two of them, but I thought that having a video of her reaction for a surprise would just be so cool. So I hired my friend Ferdy to be the videographer. He was there with my friend Jeff shooting for Valentino for Fashion Week. So he was able, and of course I told him the whole story, and he was totally down to do the video. So the week goes by, Noelle keeps buying clothes, and every day I'm just so nervous she's gonna figure it out. Every day. Every day. And I would like I was like, she's gonna think I'm having an affair. I was like constantly like, I always had my phone in my hand, or I would like set my phone, you know, down with the screen facing down. And I even changed her boyfriend Danny's name to my boyfriend's name in my phone, so just in case a text from him would come up, she might not be suspicious. And him and I, we were like kind of talking in code, like, you know, I'm in an Uber or I'm heading there, as opposed to saying anything more specific. But it's just, the whole thing is like so insane. So the day comes and Noelle does not really have something to wear, and I'm freaking out. So I'm like, Noelle, like I have these two dresses that have polka dots, and then we'll like each have polka dots, we'll have berets, it'll be really cute, we'll have matching shoes. And so I had to convince her to wear one of my dresses because I just knew she would want a dress, something pretty and flowy. She hadn't really bought something like that. So fortunately she was like, okay, sure. So she wore my dress, and so we both had these matching polka dot dresses and little berets. The pictures of us together are also super cute. So it really was, even though it was a fake shoot, like the pictures from it are amazing too. So then I'm like running, because I know Noelle. She is about the props. Any kind of prop, she wants a prop in all of her photos. So I'm realizing that I need to figure out some props for this shoot because it's the picture that she's gonna have for the rest of her life. So I'm running all over Paris with her like an insane person, buying roses, little cakes, macaroons, heart-shaped balloons, all this crazy shit. I'm like, I just want it to be a romantic photo of us. And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, like, you know, we're in love. And she's like, okay. Oh my God. And I was so stressed, and and honestly, the day of I was being mean to her because I was like, we have to go get these flowers. We have to, and she was like, okay, Rachel, like, chill out. I was like, I will not chill out. And so him and I are texting, and we show up to the location. So I chose right on the bank of the Seine because I wanted something that was with a great view of the Eiffel Tower, but without a lot of people around. And this place was perfect because you have a perfect view of the Eiffel Tower and the water, but unlike Champ de Mars or Trocadero Gardens, where there's thousands of people taking photos, there's really nobody there, which was amazing. Honestly, pat myself on the back for that location scouting. And so I sent him a pin of my location, and I'm like so stressed because I have to pretend with her that we're like doing this very important shoot. And so, but I'm like holding my phone, like, you know, like, and she's like, Rachel, why do you keep looking at your phone? And so we took some photos together. I'm like, keep checking, like, where is he, where is he, where is he? I take some photos of her, she takes some photos of me, and then I see that like he is there. He is just about to be at the location. So I'm like, okay, Noelle, like, I'm gonna go take a picture of you, but I wanna get like a far away picture, like, you know, so you can see the whole ambiance, the whole landscape. And she's, you know us, we never do that. That's not our thing. We have like outfit details. She's like, why? And I'm like, no, I think it'll be really cool. She's like, okay. And that's when I was the most nervous. When I like ran, that's when I thought maybe she knew something was up. But she didn't know, so I went, and so then, and I was like, I was like, make sure to look out at the water. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. And she was like, okay. And fortunately, the videographer was thinking on his feet, and he was like, okay, yeah, we're gonna do a time lapse. So, you know, you'll be able to see the water moving, but you need to stay still. I need to look at the water and don't turn around. So I run up the stairs to see Danny. He's there, and the look on his face, I'll never forget. He was so nervous, but I could just tell he was so happy, so excited, but his hands were like shaking. And I told him everything's gonna be okay. And later he told me that it meant a lot to him that I was able to kind of calm him down, to see my face, to help him prepare for the moment. So I gave him a hug, and then I ran back down the stairs, and Noelle was like, where have you been? And I was like, oh, there was like a fan who stopped me in the street. She was like, oh, okay, because I was gone for so long. So I'm like, but keep looking out at the water. We're not done with the time lapse yet. So then he starts walking down the stairs. I'm ready with my camera, and the videographer, who obviously is in on all of it, he's there too. He's doing the fake time lapse, and he walks up to her, he taps her on the shoulder. The funniest thing, I kid you not, she looks around and she's like, yes? Like, sir? She has, at first it just like doesn't even click in her brain that it's him. And then she's like, you see her face change, she's like, Danny? And she runs to him, she gives him a big hug, and he's still, nothing has happened yet. He has the ring behind his back. So she goes, she hugs him, and then he basically tells her that he loves her. And in fact, they were kind of whispering. I don't even know exactly what was said between them, and that's for them to keep, you know, in their hearts. And he gets down on his knee, and I'm just like, while crying, fully crying. And I'm just taking all the photos, some on my phone, some on my camera. The videographer's there, and he gets on his knee, proposes, she says yes, he lifts her up, they kiss. Oh my god, I am crying, they're both crying. And the funny thing was, she was so in shock that she was like tearing up, but she really was just like, how did you do this? What, who? And she's like, did you know? And I'm like, yes, I fucking knew. She's like, to the videographer, she's like, did you know? And he's like, yeah. And like, of course we knew. Oh my god, but it was such an amazing day. So after that, she put on the ring, of course, and we took some more photos, and then we went over to the Eiffel Tower a little bit closer, and we took some photos when the lights went down, and for the first 5 minutes of every hour, the Eiffel Tower like sparkles. So we took some photos right when it was sparkling of me and then of the two of them, and it was just such an amazing day, an amazing moment. that I was just so happy to have been part of. Amazing. So after that we went to dinner, and the next day we all had brunch together, and then he left for his flight. And so Noelle and I spent the rest of that night and the next day together, which was amazing. And then she had to leave, and then my boyfriend came. So all in all, an amazing trip, unforgettable, absolutely. So I hope you guys enjoy this little story time. I know it was really long, but I'm gonna leave you guys with the video of their engagement, which, if you're not crying at the end of this, you do not have a heart. It is, I still cry when I watch it now because it's so amazing. And I'm so glad that we have the video and all the photos to remember. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I'll see you guys here next Sunday. Bye.
Des yeux qui font baisser les miens, un rire qui se perd sur sa bouche, voilà le portrait sans retouche de l'homme auquel j'appartiens. Quand il me prend dans ses bras, qu'il me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose.
Oh my god, it fits perfectly. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Des ennuis, des chagrins s'effacent, heureux, heureux, en mourir. Quand il me prend dans ses bras, qu'il me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose.
What the fuck is that? Like, this is like I have never really been surprised. This is like seriously like the biggest surprise of my motherfucking life. Like, what the fuck? I literally, like, what the fuck is happening?
Well done, Rachel.